So let's talk about Steven Soderbergh's newest film, Logan Lucky. And the biggest thing I can give this movie is that be having him already do the Ocean's movies, 11, 12, and 13. I love that we get another version of the Ocean's movies, but with rednecks. And it's really funny, but it's so well written, and these characters are all so fun and enjoyable, and the movie is so enjoyable and fun as it goes along, and it's creative in just how you have an idea like the Ocean's movies that he's done, where people go and heist a casino, but then in this, it's rednecks heisting at a NASCAR racetrack. I really thought that that was funny, and just how you can have an idea like that, which sounds utterly ridiculous, but I think that it really works in this movie's favor. And I really loved the casting in this movie. I really loved how we had Adam Driver and Channing Tatum. I thought they were both great as these dumb brothers. And I thought it was funny how intimidating Adam Driver was, because he barely said a word throughout this. He would say like one word every like while, and he said it really in a dumb way. But it was so funny how these two brothers reacted off of each other, and I like that we get a giant cast, but they all get presence, and they all, even the side characters, are all funny, and they're all interesting, and they all work for the whole movie. And I thought that it's hard to do that in movies where you got good main characters and then you get all these side characters, which sometimes, or a lot of the time, they usually fail the side characters. But I loved how in this one it felt like they all were important and they all were very funny. Every one of them had a great joke, at least a couple. And I loved how they all interacted with each other. And I thought, like I said, it was just funny to see a redneck heist version of Oceans. And they even have a joke in the movie about Ocean's 7-Eleven. I thought, because somebody crashes into a gas station. And I really loved how just humorous it was, and how these characters, like I said, interacted of each other. And I like that it is a weird, simple story, but it works so well with the humor. And I thought that all these actors did their all, and they were really good. And I thought Daniel Craig is the standout in this movie as Joe Bang. And I like how in all the marketing for this movie it says introducing Daniel Craig, which of course you know he's been in a lot of movies before, but it's funny that they put that just to cause a joke for you. But I thought that that was really great, and I thought that Daniel Craig, I'd like to think that Daniel Craig lost his mind after the end of Spectre, because after the end of filming that, because at the end of that movie, he was saying during a press tour that he'd rather slit his wrist than come back as James Bond, but today we got the news that he's coming back as James Bond for the next movie, so I wonder if this was his outlet to not go crazy anymore, because he played this crazy ass guy in this movie. And I've never seen Daniel Craig act this nuts. I mean, I haven't seen all of his movies, but every movie I've seen him in, he's pretty serious. He doesn't act humorous like this, and I thought that he really did a great job. And I thought it was cool to see an actor out of their element and not like Daniel Craig being serious. I like that he really played off the jokes, and he was really, really humorous. And he was just the big elephant in the room where he just did whatever the fuck he wanted, and it just cracked me up because he would be so random, and that really worked for the character and for him. It worked on that both kinds of levels. But overall, just I thought Logan Lucky was really fun, and I thought that these characters were all fun and they were all interesting, and I liked how we got all of these big names, and they're all important, even if they have little screen time to the other ones. Like for example, Hilary Swank is kind of in this the end, but like stuff like that. But I think that all the actors did great. I thought they were all perfectly cast for this movie, and I like how all of them are not rednecks. if that's like it didn't. It's funny to see how they all played off these roles, because you know, Channing Tatum isn't that, or Adam Driver isn't that, or Catherine Waterstone. Like, all these actors are not country folk, and I think that it's funny how convincing they were in this movie, and I thought that like I said, all the characters were fun and interesting. The acting was great. The story was well written. The characters were well written. And again, just I love that it was a white trash version of Ocean's 11, but in a good way. And I think that it's really great that we got our Ocean's 14 without calling it that. And I thought that it was just really hilarious. So, thanks guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time.